Welcome back to part 3 of our 12-part mini-series, where we're detailing the core concepts of minimalism. As we've mentioned in our earlier videos, over the next few weeks we're going to be going over the key concepts within minimalism that you'll find helpful if you're an aspiring minimalist. Whether you're just starting out on your journey of simplifying your life or want some decluttering and minimalism inspo as you tackle your own clutter, this mini-series will help you get on your way. Throughout each video in our mini-series, we'll detail the concept, what it is and what it isn't, and go over the core benefits with some solid examples. Today, we're focusing on the minimalism concept of experiences are greater than things, which is a central principle within the minimalist lifestyle. Let's get into it.
Experiences are greater than things is perhaps the most self-explanatory of all of the concepts within minimalism. Minimalists see experiences or creating memorable moments with loved ones as far greater and preferable than simply getting things, especially when it comes to gift-giving occasions like birthdays or Christmas. When a special occasion comes around, minimalists typically steer away from simply buying a physical gift to give to someone and instead put thought into finding an experience. This can look different for everyone and fully depends on the person. For some, it will look like a fun, quality time trip to the closest wildlife conservation park, with a day spent walking and talking, peering at the animals with an ice cream in hand. And for others, it might be a fun paint your pet over drinks and snacks at the local art studio. Quality time is really the central aspect of gifting someone an experience, and minimalists just about always prefer this versus receiving a physical gift. Rather than getting yet another physical thing that you need to make room for in your home and dust for the rest of its life, gifting experiences is like packaging up a core memory for a loved one to unwrap for years to come. There's so many wonderful resources like Red Balloon, for example, that are specifically set up for gift-giving moments like this. And they make it easy to find something to suit literally anyone in your life.
A hot air balloon ride over wine country, a cheese crawl through the city, or even an afternoon racing cars around a track. There's endless different options when it comes to creating a fun moment or even a whole day for someone special, as big or as small as you want, to suit any budget. Literally, even a budget of $0 if you do things DIY and get a little creative. And you can create some of the most memorable core moments of all. I love experiences as gifts, and they have a beautiful way of showing someone just how well you know them by separating out some dedicated time spent doing something you know they'll love and appreciate spending their precious time.
Now, even if you gift someone a lovely time celebrating their birthday with a fancy high tea in the butterfly room at their favorite wildlife sanctuary, it's not always sunshine and butterflies when it comes to not gifting a physical gift for some people, especially if they're actually terrified of butterflies. Oh my God! Obviously, knowing someone involves being sensitive to their likes and dislikes, how they might actually like to spend their time. I think that's where they can sometimes feel like maybe there's more work involved in finding an experience they might actually like, because time is our most valuable resource of all. It can feel like the easier option to just buy someone a gift basket of skincare items and call it a day. We totally get that too. It sometimes can feel like it's more effort finding something they'd love to spend their time doing. But I think that's where minimalists see the magic in gifting experiences instead of physical gifts. It shows you thought deeply about them and what they might actually really like to spend their time doing, what they might enjoy spending an afternoon doing with you or their favorite person, or even by themselves. Gifting an experience, whether it's as simple as a picnic at the Botanic Gardens, laying in the sun, reading a book, or a day learning how to surf, there's so much room to tailor it to exactly what you think they'd love. And if in doubt, you can always ask them. It shows you care enough to really wonder what they'd love and appreciate.
In saying all that, for some, they really do feel the need and pressure to always give or receive a physical thing. I think a lot of it has to do with the messaging we've heard on televisions since before we could even speak. The smart ads and clever marketing that convinces you that to show someone you love them, you need to buy them a physical thing. Overconsumption has become more than normalized. It's become synonymous with love for some people. More extravagant Christmas gifts every year, more money spent on expensive jewelry or watches every birthday. Overconsumption has become a very real part of the holiday and special events expectation. Minimalism flips this on its head and questions whether we truly do need that thing to be happy. Sometimes it is a yes, and sometimes it's a no. But it's this questioning that so many people just don't do in our consumerist world. Many go on autopilot and just buy the obligation gifts because they feel pressure to. And it's a sad fact that it's contributing to the already huge problem of consumer debt.
A 2022 survey by LendingTree cited that 35% of Americans incur holiday debt, averaging around $1,549, which which is kind of crazy but not unexpected given the sheer amount of pressure we all face around this time of year to buy, even at the cost of going into debt. So simply asking someone what they'd really love or appreciate for a gift is a wonderful idea. I think we'd all be much happier, less stressed out, and more content during the holiday period if we were all candid with asking straight out what our loved ones would really love. Perhaps instead of the overpriced novelty socks, a new shiny tech gadget, your loved one might much rather the money put towards their electricity bills for the upcoming year if they've been finding it hard to stay on top of bills. The only way you'll really know is by asking them what they'd really appreciate as a gift. Perhaps all they really truly want is just a day spent with you, delicious food, and chilling out at the beach together with ice creams. That's usually my go-to when I think about how I'd love to spend time with my favorites. So ask them. Their answer might surprise you, and it's really the first step to opening up that kind of honest and real conversation about what they'd really love and appreciate for whatever gift-giving occasion it happens to be.
It's also good to acknowledge that the concept of experiences are greater than things is a general guideline and preference of many minimalists, and non-minimalists too. But that's not to say things like physical things are inherently bad or not wanted. Sometimes things are great and can enhance life in some very cool ways. So ask them, ask what they'd appreciate, and practice the mindfulness and thoughtfulness that special occasions, the holidays, or gift-giving occasions deserve. We've already touched on a few of the benefits of following an experiences are greater than things mindset has, but there are so many more that are worth specifically mentioning. So here's our top 6 benefits we found from our years of being minimalist and focusing on this minimalist concept.
First up, we couldn't not mention that a major benefit is that it reduces clutter. Unlike physical gifts, experiences don't tend to take up space in someone's home, which makes them ideal for those trying to minimize clutter.
Kind of hand in hand with the first one, prioritizing experiences over physical gifts is beneficial because it can be far more eco-friendly, depending on the experience. They often have lower environmental impacts compared to buying physical gifts, which can oftentimes require plastic or packaging and contribute to waste, even when it comes to the carbon footprint of the gift itself too. It's good to be mindful of the environmental impact of anything we spend money on, and while we still need to enjoy our lives and have fun, and things can sometimes help enhance our lives for sure, there's definitely a sweet spot when it comes to knowing the amount of impact buying certain things from certain brands has on the environment. So that's where gifting experiences can come in wonderfully. They can be as low impact on the environment as you plan, and typically will be far less impactful on the environment than a typical physical gift bought in a department store wrapped up in gift wrap.
Third benefit, it can be fully personalized and unique. Experience gifts can be fully tailored to your loved one's interest or passion, and it can suit literally any budget depending on how creative you get. It's this kind of thoughtfulness that makes experiences as gifts feel more thoughtful, customizable, and special.
Next, another benefit of focusing on experience gifts, it fosters deeper connections. Sharing an experience like a cooking class, concert, or maybe even a snorkeling day can strengthen relationships, and it has the wonderful potential to forge deeper relationships and connections together.
Another benefit of experiences as gifts, it can advance self-growth and development. Experiences like workshops, lessons, or new activities offer fantastic opportunities to learn new skills, broaden your perspective, and step outside of your comfort zone. The best experience gifts I've ever received have actually helped shape me as a person. They have helped build my self-confidence and let me grow as a person. These are the best kinds of gifts. Whether it's a fun salsa dance class, a learn how to make your own pasta class, leaning into someone's loves and interests has the potential to open up their world in a very real and wonderful way when it comes to advancing self-growth and personal development, and we're all for it.
Last on our list of benefits, focusing on experiences as gifts instead of physical gifts has a fantastic way of creating core memories and stories to share. Experiences often lead to interesting stories and shared core moments that can be recounted and appreciated for years to come. Experiences can also create lasting memories and often lead to cherished memories that can last a lifetime. On your eventual deathbed, it's far more likely you'll be thinking about the wonderful and wacky memories shared with your favorite people, and not so much the stuff.
So there we go, experiences are greater than things. The third in our Minimalism Core Concepts mini-series. Even if you don't consider yourself a minimalist, there's so much to be gained from its underlying ideas and concepts. It has a wonderful way of making us more mindful about where our money is going and what kinds of things the most special people in our lives would really love and appreciate from us. Which at the end of the day, it's time. Time with you, or time doing something they'd love, or time creating core memories doing something memorable.
If you haven't already, make sure to check out the previous videos in our mini-series covering the other key concepts of minimalism. We hope they're useful in your simplifying journey. Let us know in the comments below what is the best experience gift you've ever given or received yourself. We'd love to know. And with that, we'll catch you all next time. Bye!
She sells seashells by the seashore. How much would a woodchucker chuck if a woodchucker could chuck wood?
Red leather, yellow leather, red leather, yellow leather.